What's up, guys? Nepenthes here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today, guys, we have just got some FUT Champs gameplay. I started my day at 4-0. You guys already seen the gameplay to 4-0. And I thought, you know what? Let's go a bit old school. Let's get some comments from the comment section. Let's watch all of the games that we played. We got up to well, you probably see by the title, rank 2 in FUT Champs, which is pretty cool. And here is the gameplay up until we hit those 12 wins. We got a few people backed out at 0-0 on us, and a few people did gift us some wins, which was quite nice. But of course, we did gift some wins. But just to make sure that we don't get banned from purposely benefiting your opponent, we talked about this on like the main channel video. But what I've been doing now is, instead of scoring an own goal and then quitting, is just giving my opponent the ball, letting them score and then quitting. I don't know if EA will be able to monitor that, not on a grand scale anyway, because effectively your opponent scored, you don't want to play the game anymore. There's no punishment in that. There's no retribution for that. That should be acceptable. But enjoy the gameplay, and let's get to the first comment of the day. It's from Elusive Haze. He says, glad you're using Marino. He's been in my team for almost 70 games now and is exceptional for an 83 rated. Extremely solid CDM. Scores for me occasionally as well. And do you know what's mad? He's just mad. I don't know why he doesn't get the kind of respect that other players have got in past years. But as far as the DM goes, I mean, he's got nice dribbling for a DM. He's got very nice physicals, very nice defending, reasonable passing, 84 short pass, 83 vision. With a shadow, he becomes a really, really good player, and he is 1,000 coins. And I feel like in previous years, obviously all of the market this year is low, but I don't even know if in previous years he would have been like looked upon as a good player either in previous years. So I don't know. He's a weird one, but yeah, he was real nice. And I actually think there's a few players like him that are just very good value for money. Canales is another one, 83 rated with really nice in-game stats. Not as a DM, more as a cam. He's 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, but he's just got some really nice stats that take him up to like an 89 cam with the right chem style. And it is mad that you, like, this year you will just never really see these superstar players, simply because it's so easy and so cheap to get the actual high-end players rather than the kind of like budget beasts, I suppose we can call them. But yeah, Canales, Marino was very good. Scotty says, to mix it up, would love to see an exception on the RTG where you're allowed to spend coins on Arsenal legends. Example, Henry Icon. Would have an Arsenal team past and present. Might be fun for a while. I definitely like the idea of saying to myself, all right, I want to play with the best possible Arsenal team, past and present, or whatever, right? So we could get, like, you know, Freddie Ljungberg. He's nice and cheap. Like Henry, Petit, Vieira, if we could ever afford him, Campbell, etc. And even then, instead of using the Smith Rowe that I've got now, using the Informed Smith Rowe, so on and so forth. So if you guys are interested, I would be absolutely down to say as part of the series, but the Arsenal squad, for the Arsenal past and present squad, we can just buy anything we want whenever we want. And that's the only one that allows us to be able to purchase anything, anytime. I do think it'll be fun, because what I like about FIFA this year, in terms of gameplay and especially the way champs is and stuff, is that I'm confident I could use, within reason, any team pretty much and get to 8 wins. And, you know, although 8 wins isn't quite Elite 3 level from previous years, it's there or thereabouts, right? So I'm very comfortable thinking to myself, like, I could actually take an Arsenal past and present team and go and get like 4 or 5 wins and then build into a different team to get the final wins and see if we can push for rank 1. Like this week, we got to rank 2, we went 12-3, and then it just didn't work out from there, so we gave away a few extra wins at the end. But it's like I went 12-3, and I don't even have that great of a team. And I know we always had this debate in previous years. My team is very good, but it's not very meta. Yes, I've got some super players, obviously like the Kantes and stuff, but I've got a lot of players that just don't work very well, like Iñaki Williams, like Mohamed Salah. Like, they are good players, but because of skill moves or weak foot or work rates or traits or whatever it may be, I don't have the Mbappes, the Neymars, the Dembeles, etc., the Ferland Mendy's and things like that. So it's certainly a case of I can get to that 12 win mark, but getting to that rank 1 mark I don't think we're going to be able to push for that until either I get way better at the game, because it didn't click for me well this weekend. Even though I got a lot of wins, it just didn't click well for me this weekend. But either until I get better at the game or until I get a super meta team. So in the meantime, I'm more than happy to like use a full Arsenal squad or an Arsenal past and present squad for the first sort of 5-8 games of Foot Champs whilst we're building up towards those 8 wins. I'd be totally down with that if you guys are down with that. Nick says, as mentioned in a different video, I'm collecting packs worth over 1 million coins and still grinding until it's worth opening. I want you as my favourite FIFA YouTuber to maybe do an episode opening these 50 plus special packs. Thoughts? Whilst I would have to respectfully decline, I appreciate the offer. Thank you very much. But I won't be making a video on that. What this made me think of and why I put this comment up is because there's a lot of things I would love to do within a Road to Glory realm, but I find really difficult to do because of making daily content and the way things are. And like you say, you've got over 1 million coins worth of packs and you're still going until things are worth opening packs for. I would love to do a series where we spend a week just playing the game and saving every pack and just accepting rewards as like red player picks and just using like match coins or earnings to build a team to get into rewards. Because I honestly think you could like a project team of the year kind of thing. I think you could get millions and millions and millions of coins worth of packs for something like that and not actually miss out on anything else. Because unless you pack right now a super high level card, we're talking one of like 7 gold cards, and even then I've already got Kante and Salah and they're 2 of the most expensive gold cards. 1 of 4 gold cards. We're talking heroes, and even then there's only about 7 or 8 heroes that are like super expensive. Icons, unless you pack those kind of things, you're just not benefiting from opening all these packs, right? So I think I would love to find a way, and I don't know how because of time permitting, but I would love to find a way to run those Road to Glories or run like those mini series early on in the game cycle where it's like, hey guys, we're going to play a week's worth of gameplay only to get the gameplay cards and to get the gameplay rewards. We're going to save all packs and we're just going to see what we're left at by the end of it. Alternatively, I would love to do some like mini series where like right now, I genuinely would love to see what I could do if I just sold everything all the time. By the way, this guy was really weird, right? He got it to 3-1. He gave me an own goal, but then started playing. I don't know what his plan was. I was like, okay, he gave me an own goal. I thought he's gonna give me a win. He wasn't trying to give me a win. I ended up scoring the goal for 3-3, but then he gave me the goal for 4-3. What a weird guy. But yeah, I think it would be really cool to have a series or even this Road to Glory where we sell everything and just do our best with like building a massive coin balance. Because I mean, like, we've wasted a lot of coins on packs, you know, on promo packs and things like that, and we've got a lot of players in the club. And I know when League SBCs come, the players are like really like good, because you can like grind the League SBCs a whole bunch. But overall, I think it would be really cool to just generally do things like that. You know, we've definitely done a lot of mini series before where we started, you know, gameplay only Road to Glories and things like that. But I think there's something there to just save packs. Like in my mind, right? In my mind, just playing the game, getting our red picks every week, getting whatever player objectives we get every week, and then maybe doing enough so that we can get the SBCs that we want as well would be nice. But in my mind, I always want to prove to people that, hey, you like, it doesn't take magic to build up a massive bank account on FIFA to be able to afford the expensive players like the Mbappes and the Ronaldos and stuff. It just takes a little bit of discipline. And when it gets to that point of me proving that, what I always tend to find is I struggle for content and for video titles and things like that. And so I don't end up doing it because I'm like, look, I could open this pack or save this pack, or I could, you know, sell everything that I've got here. But then, you know, okay, I'm not going to do an SBC now because I don't want to waste the content. Instead of putting in, you know, an 85 rated squad worth 40k, sell those instead, and now I've got 40k, right? So we're certainly in a world where it's possible to show those sort of things. But I would love to do a couple of variants within the Road to Glory, I suppose, the first one just stacking packs, and the second one just stacking coins and selling everything. But interested to hear your guys' thoughts on that kind of thing. Next up, we got Mark says, I'm already bored. Nothing crazy to work towards, only getting 3 wins for the qualifiers and haven't qualified yet. So Cold War is more entertaining. And I tweeted out yesterday, regardless of where the views are at, I think I'm enjoying the gameplay at the moment, right? I actually think the gameplay is fun because it's very, very, very it's just very easy. It's very comfortable to get to what we need and where we need to get to every week. The 5 wins out of 9 is just really comfortable and easy. 8 wins or 12 wins out of 20 in champs is very easy. The 7 wins in rivals is very easy. And with all those things being so easy, I think it's actually like something that I don't think anyone foresaw was that it kind of just loses value in that sense as well, because there's no sense of achievement even when you're achieving, right? So I just tweeted out yesterday, I tweeted, I won't lie, this is the first time in many, many years I'm just stuck for making content I enjoy on FIFA, because I am enjoying the gameplay, but I am a little bit stuck for making content. And I think one of the big things with, you know, saying what Mark's saying there is, it's because the game is actually a bit boring, isn't it? Like, I know there's no League SBCs yet, but they weren't here this time last year. There's no milestone players yet. They weren't here this time last year either. But in general, like, we've had a lack of players to play for, and even the players that we have had to play for, they haven't been the best. You know, I can't remember who the one to watch was. Was that Shaqiri? He's obviously not going to get many upgrades. Andre was one of the players who's extremely unlikely to get upgraded and isn't that great anyway. We've just recently had that Max Cruz, who again is unlikely to get upgraded, and because of his pace and physicals, I think a lot of people have just turned off. Like, why would you want to waste your time or waste your energy playing for that when you could just go and buy someone like Marino on the market for 1,000 coins? And I think one of the reasons why I'm struggling to make content that I enjoy is because I'm having to force it because I'm bored. And that's exactly what Mark said. I'm already bored, and I'm already bored. I'm going to play every weekend league this weekend, but I did think about not playing this weekend, not because I didn't want to, like previous years, where I'm like, I don't like the gameplay, but because I just don't there's no value in it, because once again, team of the week is exactly the same, and the whole game, like I was talking about this on the stream yesterday. The objective section of this game is exactly the same. The live foot friendlies is exactly the same. The squad battles is exactly the same. The SBC section is exactly the same. The packs, okay, they're organized differently, but it's exactly the same. The only thing they changed in this game is the structure of champs and rivals, which was needed. And so I'm happy it's changed, but it was the only thing they changed. The rest of the game is a carbon copy of FIFA 21. And I think that's why a lot of people are bored. It's the same style of play 10 games with this team, score 2 outside the box goals, get 3 goals from crosses. And it's like, there's just no like kind of creativity there from EA. It is a copy paste year on year on year. And I think people are crying out for a dramatic change in content. I think we need something that is going to make people sit up and just want to actually play this game, because the gameplay is, in my opinion, I know there's differing opinions about the gameplay, but in my opinion, the gameplay is the best it's been for many, many years. And the fact that the gameplay is good, but the content is bad, exacerbates how important gameplay and content as a relationship are to this game. Because when the content's good and the gameplay is bad, I don't want to play the game for the content in the first place. But when the gameplay is good and the content's bad, there's only so much you can play, right? Like any game, you know, like FIFA, because FIFA isn't a social game, it's really, really hard to have the replayability with FIFA as you do with other games. Even in the older games, when there was just gameplay and no content, I never used to play thousands of games a year. Hundreds and high hundreds, yes. Last year, I played about 5,000 games of FIFA. That's mad. This year, we're already like about 500 games of FIFA. That's mad. And so we're playing way more, but the replayability isn't like Fortnite or Warzone or GTA or something like that, because there's a social element to the game. There's no social element to FIFA. You know, it's you versus your opponent. Okay, you can do the co-op stuff, but even that has its flaws. But in general, it's like there's no social element to it, and that's why the replayability factor isn't there, which means there has to be a really, really good relationship between gameplay and content. And I think this year, and somebody asked the question, what do you rate this game out of 10 this year? Gameplay, I rate this like an 8 out of 10. There's still some things to improve on and some big errors with the game and a few things here or there that I don't enjoy. But I think the gameplay's an 8 out of 10 this year. But for content, I'd honestly go as low as like a 3 out of 10. Sure, there's been quite a lot of content, but in terms of the worth of the content or the players that it's been, it's the same players again. It's the Taliscas again, the Marco Reus's again. It's just all the same players every single year. In terms of the content, it is poor this year. We've got Luke Goose said he is trying so hard to put a deep voice on. Why? Why would I? Why would I care if my voice was deep or not? My voice is my voice. I just recorded that video when I woke up, and so my voice was deep. Not bad that I offended you, pal. And then Daiti says every goal he concedes, he has an excuse for. This will probably be the last thing we talk about before we get into the rewards today. But like, what you guys have to understand is it's not necessarily an excuse, as in I'm excusing why I conceded as if I didn't deserve it. It's not like I do gameplay commentary, right? I'm commentating the game. I'm putting my commentary, my thoughts into what I'm doing. So when I concede a goal because I pulled a defender out, I'm going to say I conceded that goal because I pulled my defender out. It's not necessarily an excuse. It's just me commentating the things that are going on. Or if I concede a goal because of a deflection or a tackle that pops back to my opponent, I'm commentating that. Okay, oh man, I tackled the ball, it dropped back to my opponent, he scored. That's not me being like, oh, he didn't deserve that goal, like I deserve to, it doesn't count or anything like that. I'm literally just commentating the game. And I think people need to understand a little bit more, because like one of the biggest things for gameplay commentators, like, and I don't mean commentators, like when we watch, like, for example, Danny Aaron's play, he's entertaining in the gameplay. He's not commentating the gameplay. It's a different style of content. For me, I'm a gameplay commentator. And so I'm I'm putting my commentary on what's happening. And that is me, like, almost not excusing, but explaining to myself, explaining my own head. Anyway, that's where we got to, guys. 5 losses were needed for the rank 2 rewards. That is going to be the end of the Q&A for now. And yeah, let's get into the live gameplay, and I will be right back. All right, guys, and there you have it. Rank 2 in the for the 3rd week running, which is nice. We're going to save the premium team of the week pack for Wednesday when the new team of the week comes. Obviously, I don't really think that Firmino would be nice to get. Man, 86 Ginter, an 86 rated. I don't mind that, I suppose. But yeah, that's the 3rd rank 2 in a row. We played 3-5-2 for this weekend league. Oh, Firmino! That's what's up. Let's go. We played 3-5-2 this week, guys. My team still just isn't good enough, right? It's easy when we're in the low elo games, but as soon as we start playing against the guys that have got the monster squads that are very good players, having Iñaki Williams with a 4-star, 2-star, Salah with a 3-star, 4-star, etc., just not good enough. So we still got a lot of upgrading the team to go, but he might be... I have a feeling he might be insane in this game. That is really, really nice. 86 Ginter, 86 Firmino. Just give me Szczesny, and then we're done. You know what? 84 Ndombele as well. That is very, very, very good reds. That might even be the best reds that I've seen. I don't think you can really get better than that, other than Szczesny. So very, 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 very happy with that. And that, of course, leaves us with... Bobby, stop ruining it in the chat for me, man. Thanks very much. 1-0 Liverpool, by the way, guys, but Bobby ruined it for me. Naby Keita with the goal. How about that? We've also today, guys, got a milestone reward for 50 Champions wins, which is another 100k pack. So we've got 2 100k packs to open and a mega pack. We're going to save the team of the week pack, and let's hope that we can get a nice upgrade to the team. So here is the mega pack. Icons and heroes, man. Or Neymars and Ronaldos and Messis and stuff. It's just a board. It's Spanish. It's a goalkeeper. David De Gea. That is the first time we packed David De Gea. That's a really nice finish from Naby Keita as well. Okay, there we go. So we get De Gea in there. Got a lot to sell. Hunter, Chemstyle, they're quite expensive these days. And we get ourselves Pepe as well. Let's send him up to the trade pile. Not a bad start. Not a bad little pack. Probably worth about 15k in that pack. We've then got a tradable 100k pack. Come on, EA. Let's hook it up, baby. Walkout is not a big one. It's Verratti. I think that's a duplicate. It's an 87 rated. There could still be some good stuff in here. Okay, that's not bad. Verratti, Busquets, Maguire, Sabitzer. And then Andre Silva and a few others in there. But no special cards, man. Real tough. Real tough. And then last but not least for today, guys, a 100k pack for 50 champs wins. The walkout, it's not a big one again. Argentina, centre forward is Dybala again. Oh, I think I have 2 untradeable Dybalas now. I don't think the first one that I got was tradable. Let's see what else is in the pack. Oh, that's a bad pack. That's actually a terrible pack, isn't it? Oh, he was tradable. Okay, that's a bit of a dub, that is. He's not tradable. I don't think the rest of these are tradable. I'll end up going and putting these into one of the SBCs, probably that Bernardo. I haven't finished him yet. So yeah, we'll probably work on him. Anderson Talisca tradable, very nice. And Anthony Martial for tradable with a Hunter on. Let's go. But yeah, that's where we're at, guys. That was our FUT Champs Rank 2 rewards and the gameplay you would have just seen. We did a lot of post-com gameplay on the stuff today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.